Hello, everybody. My name is Chantal Lucier. I am the president of the Reflexology Association of California. And today I am joined with Stefanie Sabounchian, and we will be doing an interview today, which I'm so excited for. She is actually one of the past presidents of RAC, so this is also exciting for me. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me, Chantal.
Anytime. So I thought we could just always start at the beginning. Where are you from originally? Where do you live now?
I am actually born and raised in Germany, in northern Germany, in a town called Lüneburg in Lower Saxony. And I came to the United States, to California in the year of 2000. And everyone always asks you, what brought you to the US? Love. And I'm still in love with now husband for almost 25 years. So that brought me to the United States originally, and I'm happy here because you're happy where your love is.
Beautiful. I didn't know that. And did you meet in Germany originally and you both came here?
That is a longer answer. The short answer
Oh.
for that is we know each other since quite a while because our families know each other. My mother-in-law is from my hometown.
Oh, beautiful.
So I would
Beautiful.
say, yeah, we originally met in Germany, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
short
lovely.
answer.
Yeah. And what about when you came to California? Had you already been doing reflexology? What brought you to reflexology? Yeah.
So I've done a little bit reflexology, foot reflexology in Germany. I actually took a beginner class in foot reflexology, a very basic class in the late 80s. And I fell immediately in love with reflexology. I think as soon as I saw that advertisement for that class, I already was in love with reflexology. And I always felt compelled and drawn to, I always wanted to help people feel better since I'm little. And then later on, I worked a long time in the medical field as a medical assistant, and anatomy physiology was always my passion. I was fascinated, and I'm still fascinated about anatomy physiology. But working for 11 years in an office with a general practitioner, a little bit surgery here and there, sticking needles into people, that really was not my thing. Finding out after 11 years, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when I took the foot reflexology class, it sparked something in me, and I just wanted to stay with reflexology. So I worked with everyone who I could had my hands on.
Yeah.
And then I thought I know a lot about reflexology after this basic class.
Yeah.
And then when I came to the United States here in 2000, I actually found out how little I knew because then I went with through the training with the American Academy of Reflexology with Bill Floco and got certified in the Floco method, the integrated foot, hand, ear reflexology. And then I thought, whoa, yeah, that's real training.
Wow.
So little I knew before, and we always keep learning, isn't that right?
Mhm.
Always.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I love that trajectory too. Like you couldn't have landed in a better place. Like you just happened to land in California, in LA, study with Bill Floco, and what an incredible, perfect place to land.
I think, yeah, it was my path, and it always changes. One door closes, one opens up.
Yeah.
It was not that I was unhappy as a medical assistant, but I found out that this is so much better.
Yeah. When you started studying at that time, right away, is that when you made the switch? Did you begin to practice when you moved?
I not as a practice really. I mean, I had a job and I just did it for friends and family.
Yeah.
And at that time, I wanted to get into the training with Hanne Marquardt, but Hanne Marquardt at that time only allowed homeopathic practitioners, so she was very restricting people to get into the training program. But I looked into it right away.
Yeah.
And then when I came to the United States, after a lot of things going on, I immediately thought, maybe I can take some classes here. I have nothing to do here. I can't work. I'm a visitor. But then I called ARCB and I called RAW.
Yeah.
And they gave me a couple of recommendations. Bill was the first one I called, and we just hit it off right away.
Amazing. Yeah. Now, I know with that program, it's integrated, right? Hands, ear, and a feet. Is that your focus, or what is your focus?
So I always work the integration. When I work with clients, I work with the feet, hand, and ears because I think it's really important to work out the blockages from all three, the feet, the hands, and the ears. And anyone who knows Bill and knows the integration and the priority and progression reflexing, knowing where to go first, second, third to reduce pain and discomfort, that's kind of always has been my focus. But then I took a little, not detour, I took a little extra way because I got certified in auricular therapy, which is the therapy of the outer ear with Terry
Mm,
Olison. And that really opened another perspective because now I'm working still the integration, always doing all three. However, one of my specialties is really the ears. And working with clients, so many people are so stressed and live with anxiety and depression every day. So that's kind of always
mm,
my focus. And I think we can help with foot hand ear reflexology with the integration. We can help a lot there. But then when we come to the ears, we can even add another um, layer to it to help people better. Because the ears, um, with the foot and hand maps, we have the maps. And yes, we have a lot of maps, but we really have one map. However, with the ears, we have not just one map, we have a French map and we have a Chinese map, and they both work. And then we have functional points, Chinese and French functional points. For example, um, an asthma point or
mm,
a muscle relaxation point. So we have a lot of Chinese and French functional points in addition to master points. And some of the master points are really helpful for reducing stress, anxiety, depression. So ears, even though I work with the feet, hand, and ears always,
yeah.
and I should not have any preference, and I don't really have one, but the ears are so special because there are 225 points on the ears, and there's
Wow.
so many things I can pick and choose and really make sure that the client gets the best help possible.
Absolutely. Well, and it's so easy to just access
Yeah.
the especially for self-care, right? And did you end up teaching well, obviously you're a teacher, so you teach ear
Yeah.
reflexology. Could you tell us a little bit about your teaching and also maybe teach something to us today as well?
Sure, I'm happy to share something.
Yeah.
Um, so my teaching is, I'm teaching since 2007, and I'm teaching foot and hand and ear reflexology, and I'm teaching the integration of foot, hand, ear reflexology, priority and progression reflexing, the Floco method. Um, and I'm teaching also advanced ear reflexology. So I created some specialty classes in advanced ear reflexology. And with that, I'm teaching not just in the US, but I'm also teaching internationally in
Mm,
many different countries, Denmark, Poland, in the UK, and other places. So it has been really fun. In Germany, I'm teaching too. I'm
Yeah.
actually teaching in German in Germany.
Yeah, beautiful. Do you go back to your
So
hometown ever, or when you teach, do you go to different parts of Germany, or do you ever get to go home to where you were born?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My whole family is in Germany now. My parents are both not on this planet anymore. So they moved on, passed on. So I'm not going as much anymore. But in the last years, I have to say I went a lot to Germany, and that was a blessing that I was able to combine the teaching in Europe with always going home and seeing my parents.
Yeah.
And so it was really good to have that opportunity because, it's a little bit pricey to fly several times a year. And we just talked about jet lag. Jet lag.
Yeah.
So traveling, the older I get, the harder it is.
Yeah.
But it's so good to be able to do that. And I now, since my parents are not here anymore, I don't go as often anymore.
Yeah.
But since I'm a member of the RIAN, the Reflexology in Europe network, and I was a presenter at the conference there a couple of times, so I know the people, and they're my folks too. You guys are my folks, but
Uh,
they're in Europe. These guys are my folks too. We're a big reflexology family
that's right.
around the world.
Yeah.
So, um, so I get invited to different countries and teaching there. And mainly, sometimes the integration, but mainly the advanced ear reflexology classes or
Oh, I just lost your sound. Your sound just went away briefly.
okay. Can
Oh,
you
there
hear
you're
me now?
back. That
Do
was so
you?
funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it just went away for a second and now it's back.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, what you did say before the sound cut out was that we are one big happy family. I mean, it's really,
Yeah.
really true. There's so many of us around the world, and the fact that we can interconnect like this, and that we do have the gift of flight, that we could come together, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mainly teach in advanced, beginning or advanced ear reflexology in Europe, but I do teach also once in a while the integration of foot hand ear reflexology because that's also something very special.
Beautiful. I just recommended you the other day, actually. There was somebody who reached out and we were talking about teachers, and I said, I think I know somebody.
Thank you.
So you might be hearing from somebody from me.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So I know we already talked about this a little earlier, but you have something to share with our members and our extended community.
Yes. Since I said that earlier that about when we talked about the focus, so many people are suffering from anxiety and depression, but also highly stressed. So I've prepared a self-help tip on the ears, and for that I will share a slide that I have prepared
Awesome.
before we go and trying it out on our own ears. So this is for a very easy and simple self-help technique for deep relaxation. And for that, we can use 3 points. Actually, they are master points. The tranquilizer point is for anxiety and depression too, but it's really not just the little anxiety here and there that we experience when we turn on the news or anything, but it's also for people who have panic attacks, and it can reduce chronic stress. So not the little stress here and there, but really when somebody is in a lot of stress. And the tranquilizer point, you can see here the number one is very close to the face. This little
Mm.
cartilage here, it's called the tragus. And I will show after the slide, I will show it on my own ear and we can try it out.
Mhm.
Um, that one is so powerful that I always say don't hold it while you're driving operating machinery because it's so powerful and you might actually fall asleep when you hold it too long. So when I teach this as a self-help in class, for example, I don't let people hold it too long because then
Oh,
I lose them
yeah.
because it's so relaxing. The second one, it's called Master Cerebral Point, and that helps to reduce, it says here fear and worry. It's when you're on a thinking loop. So for example, when I lie in bed and can't sleep because I'm thinking about this and this and that and that, and then another thought is coming in, and I'm just on this loop and can't shut up my brain. Um, that is a really, really good one, and that is exactly where the earlobe is attached to the face. So very easy to find.
Hmm.
And the last one is the nervousness point. It's actually the anxiety point. But I like to call it nervousness point because, like the antidepressant point, I call joy point. I have different names
Hmm.
for points, especially when it comes to clients, when I talk to clients. So the nervousness points release actually the worry and anxiety and helps people through the day. So this can be for everyday use for people who have anxiety and are highly stressed, but it can be also really good for people to learn in advance when they suffer once in a while a panic attack. So people um, who tend to get panic attacks or have really high anxiety, chronic anxiety, I teach them this and have them do this every day a little bit so that they know when something is coming up, that they already know it. Because if we haven't practiced it, this is the last thing you think about when you're getting a panic attack. But if you're practicing it beforehand, then there is a better chance that you might remember.
Wow.
So you see here on the picture, this is what I'm going to show you now when I take the slide down.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I'm going to take my glasses off for that.
Yes.
So I put my index finger on the cartilage that is, it's called the tragus. It's a cartilage close to the face, attached to the face. And when we push on it, we close the ear canal. So we don't push too much on it. You still want to hear and listen. So gently put your index finger kind of halfway up there, and then put the thumb behind the earlobe and gently squeeze without closing the ear canal. So our finger is close to the face, but not on the face. It's still on the ear. And then we slowly slide only the index finger, slowly, ever so slowly, down onto the earlobe, all the way down where the earlobe is attached to the face and even a little lower. And it's like we're doing that in slow motion. We can do that on both sides. Put the index finger on the tragus, the cartilage that is attached to the face. Leave the thumb stationary. The thumb doesn't really move. And then very slowly slide the index finger down. That way we're addressing tranquilizer point. Then we're coming to the master cerebral point, and then ending up with the nervousness point or anxiety point. And if we do that several times, that really can calm us down. And we take nice deep breaths when we do that.
What are we doing? I'm like, are we? Oh
Ah, Chantal. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, don't do that while you're driving.
I was like, we're doing an interview. What is life? I'm like, totally.
Ah, Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have a question. I'm so relaxed right now. That was really, really nice. Very relaxed. I have a question. That thumb behind, do you put that supportive thumb directly behind the working finger or is it lower?
It's lower.
Okay.
It's behind, it's covering the posterior side of the earlobe. So the
Hmm.
back of the earlobe. It can't go all the way up to the tragus. There's nothing behind there. So
Okay.
yeah.
So when
So
you,
it's basically like this.
beautiful. Awesome. And then when you come down with that top finger, it's almost like it meets it so that they
So we
are,
want to have, if you put the index finger straight up,
yeah,
close to the face, right next to the face, and then you add the thumb behind, and then you slide it close to the face down.
beautiful. So good. Very relaxing.
Yeah,
It was
very
like
powerful.
30, I don't even know how long that was. 30 seconds. It wasn't even that
It
long.
was very brief, yeah. So if people have anxiety, or I do that actually when I lie in bed, and I wake up or can't fall asleep,
Yeah.
then I can do this whole thing, but
Hmm.
I can also just if my mind is going, I just sometimes lie there on my back and hold the
Yeah.
cerebral point, and then it's hard for people to lie like this, but
Yeah.
you can do it on one ear. You don't have to do both
Ah.
ears. But why not? They're both available.
Oh, it's so good. There are other ear points that I do, and I don't do what you just taught, and I'm so excited. And I need to take a class with you. I need to take a class with you. Yeah.
I would love to have you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, many people already know who you are, but we share so many friends and everyone who's ever taken your class just always sings praises, obviously, about you as a human, which I agree with. And I mean, it's like you have such a joyful, beautiful spirit. And yeah,
You're so kind.
I look
Thank you.
forward to getting to know you as a teacher too. Very exciting. Wow.
And that goes right back at you, Chantel.
Oh,
I want to share one thing I just popped into my head. When I got certified in 2002 with Bill's class,
yeah.
and we had somebody visiting from RAC and introducing RAC and introducing what you are doing as an association and how this can help. And I immediately thought, yes, this is good. This is where I need to join. And I signed up right away. So RAC was the first association, of course, I'm in California, but it
Mhm.
was suddenly so clear. My path really became clear, and I knew this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, getting involved with RAC and
Yeah.
volunteering and serving on the board, it really changed my life.
Unbelievable. Yay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I could talk to you so much longer. Is there anything else that comes to mind that you wish to share before we move into our afternoons?
Follow your passion.
Mm,
Follow your passion and your intuition.
yeah.
Yeah.